Hello there, everybody. Saban 2 AK Nightmare, and, well, shit. Everything was going pretty well, I would say, last week. At first, we managed to get Kaio to, enjoy herself. We got to experience a little bit more about this kid's, their past. Unfortunately, we also got to witness the kind of abuse that Kaio was being put through, which, that's never easy for me to sit through. Ugh. But in some ways, we were able to make her happy, but there were a couple of things that kind of stood out to me, such as him seemingly having some memories, but the events are completely different. According to his memories, he ran into Kaio at the what was it? They went to a museum, but in this instance, he actually took her with him to the aquarium as a sort of pseudo child date of sorts. That's just one example of just something does not seem right. It's getting me the feeling that these events are going to happen no matter what he does. Which, if that's the case, it makes me wonder. Well, I was going to ask why he's specifically he's like far back into this time period, but I bet it has. I bet this all has got to be connected to why his mother was murdered. It's got to be. So I don't know. I'm a little bit worried considering how the last episode it was good. They got to have a nice little party. It was extremely heartwarming and everything, and now she didn't show up to school. So that's a thing. Which just it's got me it's really got me worried, you know? I'm really concerned. It just I'm only like what, 4 episodes in and this show's already getting me that hooked. Damn it, man. Ah! The show's doing a good job getting me invested. So let's just I don't know. I'm a little bit worried because this is giving me like that feeling of like the Steins Gate sort of I know I'm kind of I guess spoiling for those that haven't even watched Steins Gate, but then again it's been around, so I'm just going to come in here with the assumption that people have indeed watched Steins Gate. It's kind of giving me that feeling about I think it was called the attractor field. Something tells me that these events are going to happen. They're just going to happen either on a different day or differently. So I wonder what our main character has to do. Satoru, I think that was his name. I wonder what Satoru has to do to change it. Considering he seems to be the only one that can go into the past. So, I don't know. I'm just worried. So let's throw ourselves right back into this emotional roller coaster of a show. Well, now I know why Katagiri was in the opening theme and why she was with the two people that must have been killed by the same person. That fucking Great, just fucking goddamn fucking damn. Okay. Okay. Think about this calmly here. We didn't even get to see the face of this particular character that was talking with the manager. Something tells me that guy, whoever he is, might be the killer. There has to be a reason why we haven't seen his freaking face, and why there was a scene explicitly showing him just seemingly watching Eri. There's gotta be a reason behind that. Also, great. I don't know. Something. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This guy is targeting people that are connected to Satoru. Why? I mean, it seems like it's all pointing to trying to pin all of these crimes specifically on Satoru. But something tells me it's like this guy knows Satoru and his family personally. I mean, this seems like it's just kind of come out of nowhere, but it's also it's the first episode. This is making me hark back to like the first episode here, where it showed Satoru's mother looking into all this information, and right as she had found her answer, that is when she was murdered. And it was like she recognized the person responsible. So that makes me wonder if this has been going on for like a very long time, and it's only now that they've targeted Satoru and his family. Something makes me think that maybe Satoru did something when he was a kid. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Or maybe it really is just that Satoru's mother recognized the person and was afraid that they were going to spill the beans on them. And if that guy in the business suit is the killer, that would be one hell of a, revelation. Because the way it was being framed, it was like this guy had some connections with businesses and seemed like he was a pretty high up sort of guy. If that guy happened to be the killer, he would have plenty. I mean, regardless, there's never a good reason. But in his mind, that gives him plenty of reason to get rid of these people so he can keep his standing and basically continue to get away with his murder spree. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Or maybe there really is some sort of long-winded, mentally insane revenge plot being put against Satoru. Really depends. But I'm going to go ahead and jump into the next episode because, fuck me. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hello there, everybody, and now we are on the next episode of Erased, and there's a possibility that Katagiri might be baked. That's an incredibly tasteless joke, but, actually, I'm not entirely sure baked would be the correct word. Charcoal grilled, I would say. Okay. So, Katagiri decided to actually help Satoru because she believed that he couldn't have been the one to murder his, mother. So, automatically, Katagiri is a good girl on that moment. She even did a good job, basically knocking the shit out of the manager because, to be fair, he kind of had it coming. For also kind of lying to her, too. And she realized a little bit too late that the killer texted her via the mother's phone. The only thing I'm really worried about is whether she's going to live or die, and it's going to be fucking painful if it turns out that she does die, which is going to really just freaking suck because it's like the one person that's actually helping Satoru, and now, fuck, he's dead. Killer's trying to get rid of all of the people just so he can pin all of the crimes specifically on Satoru, it would seem. And I still don't know entirely what the killer's motivation for that is. I'm still lying on my theory that there's a possibility that Satoru did something to the killer, which is why they're doing this, to him. It really all just, I'm not entirely sure what to think, though. So, let's go ahead and throw ourselves into this goddamn mess of a... And I mean mess in a good way, mostly because it's making me feel like absolute... I just feel bad. Also, yeah, now we're back in the normal time, because nothing happened good. But apparently, the fact that he was able to go back, it turns out that it wasn't a hallucination. He was actually able to go back in the past, and his actions did change events in the future. Which really makes me wonder how much he's going to be able to, effectively change if he gets to go back again. Which I'm not entirely sure if he is going to be able to. Part of me kind of hopes that he does, just to kind of get this... I would find myself enjoying kind of like the back and forth, you know what I mean? So, let's just see how this continues. Now, first things first, I will go ahead and give this show credit that it doesn't have any of those previews of the next episode. I'll appreciate that. Thank you very much for doing that, Oh my god, that was turbulent. I think that's the correct word. That was just turbulent from the get-go. So the good news is Eri is okay. Thank Thankfully, she's okay. And thankfully, she still believes in Satoru, which makes me just that much more happier for that pure French, that pure level of trust right there. And the way that ended, where he is right across from the man who murdered his mother. No, I mean, realistically, he's not so much a man. He's just he's not. Yeah, murderers aren't men. They're not people. Standing right across from the person that murdered his mother. That's certainly one hell of a way to end the episode. Okay, what? Huh? Okay, so I just looked down at the episode listing. I'm avoiding looking at the titles because I've got it adjusted to where I don't actually see that. I just see the number. And there's an episode 6.5? Huh. Okay, sure. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. Okay, what happened in this episode? Aries' mother is actually being supportive in that regard, I think. And it seems like the reporter looks like he was helping, and I made the mistake of accusing him to be the killer, which I will apologize on that regard. It's just that his eyes turned goddamn purple. You're doing a good job. Either he's related to the killer, or the show just basically pulled a fast one on me. In which case, fucking stop it. You're being mean. You're destroying the complex thought process that I'm having right now. Oh god, I'm starting to taste iron again. Okay, so now I have no idea what the hell is going to happen. Satoru's being taken into custody, so either he needs to find some way to be able to do revival and jump all the way back again, or find some way out of this. But I still don't know the motivation behind the killer. Other than he just likes killing people and getting away with it, I don't know. I could have easily said that it might be Aries' father, considering they brought up how he had left, but no. I'm not entirely sure why. I would not believe. I don't think that would be the case. No, definitely not. Okay, so it is somebody that Satoru's mother knew. There is some connection between Satoru and the killer. I'm just having so much trouble trying to figure out what that connection is. Unless this guy in particular knows about the existence of revival, that is a possibility. That might explain why he has purple eyes, but then again, it showed the other guy having purple eyes, or violet, fuck it, whatever the color is. It showed him having those same colored eyes for a moment. I just don't even fucking know anymore. Oh, God. Every time I think I know something, the show just throws in a monkey wrench and then just completely discombobulates my entire mental process, and now I'm just struggling to pick up all the pieces and trying to fit them all together, and now some of the pieces don't even fit together properly. Good job, Erased. I'm thoroughly enjoying you, and I can't wait to start the next episode next week. So if you guys like this, be sure to let me know. My head hurts, and I will see you guys in the next video. Fuck!